You may have done an experiment in which you heated water. So there's time and there's temperature. And as you heat water, you will find that you give it more and more heat energy, and that increases its temperature, which is really interesting. Exactly what you'd expect. But then there comes a point around 100 degrees Celsius, the boiling point of water, and you'll find that the water stops getting any hotter. And in fact, it stays at the same temperature. Now, I'm still heating it. I'm still giving it energy. And yet there will be quite a time when that water will not get any hotter. And the reason for that is that it's busy evaporating. The heat energy that was increasing its temperature through this stage is now not being used to increase temperature, but being used to break the bonds that hold the liquid together. And eventually, when this entire process is done, we'll have an entire sample of gas which we'll be able to heat up as we give it more heat energy. But in this phase, what's happening is the process of evaporation. Now, evaporation needs energy. Things cannot evaporate unless they are given heat energy. But that heat energy doesn't increase their temperature, it just changes them from a liquid to a gas. So, if I take your hand, and on the back of your hand, I drop a little bit of water, or even better, a little bit of alcohol. What you will feel is that your hand suddenly gets cold. Now, why does your hand feel cold? Well, this alcohol, or this water, will evaporate. Now, to evaporate, it needs heat energy. Now, where on earth is a bit of alcohol going to find heat energy from? Well, it's going to take heat energy from your hand. And because your hand loses that heat energy, you start to feel cold. It's really useful if it's a hot day and you want to cool yourself down. You can just wet the back of your hands or your wrists where there are some veins near the surface, and you will be able to cool yourself down and feel cooler because the heat energy in your body is leaving you to go and evaporate the liquid on your skin. It's exactly the reason why we sweat. This works in reverse. The opposite of evaporation is condensation. So if I breathe onto a mirror, then as I breathe out, there is water vapor in my breath, and it will condense onto the mirror. Well, how does it condense? If it's going to change from a gas to a liquid, it needs to give away energy. And so condensation must happen by the water giving away energy. So the water vapor loses energy, it gives it to the mirror, which is so much colder than it, and that means that it's able to form into a liquid. So in these two situations, heat energy can be transferred from one place to another, but instead of affecting temperature, it instead is used to change state. So heat energy can be given away to something to help it evaporate, or something can give away heat energy itself in order to condense.